Hello and welcome back. The next couple videos we're going to now talk about some non-Mendelian type genetics. Okay? When we refer to Mendelian genetics, we're really talking about typically one gene that goes along with whatever trait it is that we're following. It's unlinked, and there isn't any odd stuff as far as the inheritance goes with that particular gene. Okay? So recessive alleles are completely recessive, dominant alleles are completely dominant. We've got some other stuff that can happen though genetically that doesn't follow along with the work that Mendel did with his peas. All right? And the first example of non-Mendelian genetics that I'm going to go over is going to be incomplete dominance. Okay? So with incomplete dominance, okay, the key is you're going to have both alleles expressed. And what we're going to use as our example here for incomplete dominance, all right? So we're going to use R, capital R. If we've got it as homozygous dominant, our flowers are going to be red, okay? If it's heterozygous, we're now going to see characteristics of both parents being expressed, okay? The dominant allele isn't completely dominant. We end up getting pink flowers, okay? Little r is going to give us white flowers, okay? That's the phenotype that goes along with the genotype, okay? The capital R is still going to be our dominant allele. Little r is going to be our recessive allele. And what we're going to do in terms of crosses, we're going to look at a homozygous dominant parent crossed to a homozygous recessive. All right? And we can figure this out with our Punnett square. All right? We've got one parent. The only allele they can give is the dominant allele. Other parent, only allele they can give is recessive. Okay? So with our Punnett square then, we are going to have 100% pink flowers. Okay? 100% are going to be heterozygous. Okay? When we're talking about probabilities, this would be a probability of 1, which means it's going to happen. It's not really a probability at that point. Okay? Now, if we take the F1s from this, if we take 2 individuals that are heterozygous, ooh, squeakiness, and set up the Punnett square, now we're going to see something different that comes out. Okay? We're going to see a reappearance of the parental alleles, the red and the white, but we are also going to see what we observed in the F1 generation, which is the pink flowers. Okay? So in terms of genotype, we've got a 1 to 2 to 1 ratio that we would expect from setting up a cross with 2 heterozygous parents. Our phenotype now is going to be a little bit different. If you remember when we were talking about the purple and white flowers, remember we had 3 purple flowers, 1 white flower? Now we're going to follow our genotype ratio. Our phenotype ratio is going to be 1 red, 2 pink, 1 white. Okay? So this is the part that gets to the incomplete dominance that goes along with this particular trait. Okay? With incomplete dominance, you get both alleles expressed which is now going to give us an intermediate phenotype. It's not going to look like the parents in this case, all right, with incomplete dominance. So we've got an intermediate phenotype that comes out, all right? And in terms of what people used to see long ago and how they were trying to explain how traits were passed on and expressing it as blending, all right? This now doesn't support the blending hypothesis, all right? Now we do have our white flower and our red flower giving us pink flowers, okay? But if truly what you had was blending, all of your pink flowers should just give you pink flowers, okay? Because you're not introducing another color. In reality, when you set up that cross between two pink plants, you not only get pink flowers, but you now see the parental phenotypes coming back out with red and white, okay? That's what's indicative of incomplete dominance in the inheritance pattern this way, okay? So this is just one example of something that's non-Mendelian. I've got some other examples in subsequent videos, all right? Thank you for your attention. Please let me know if you have any questions.